Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy, what is today? Wednesday, I guess. I was just looking through a post Peaches made on, I guess, the main K-Bear page. Post is, to Peach their own, how can we make this radio station better? Let's hear it. And one of the comments in there really made me laugh. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, geez. Well, anyway, it was a guy talking about how somehow, some way, get Viktor to say that he needs caffeine and he's tired. What? You got it, buddy. Yeah, I know I say that a little bit too much. Sorry. Oh, and I'm not like horribly tired today, but I must have been snoring bad last night because my throat, it all tore up today. And it's not like sickness tore up. It's the specific feeling of I was chainsaw snoring. I swear I wore the CPAP right. So, I don't know. Anyway, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable and it kind of sucks. So I'm going to chug, some fluids and things. See if I can loosen things up a bit because I have a feeling I'm going to be talking like this before too long. Hopefully not. I guess I could always put in best ofs if that happens. Anyhow, we'll go through some of your suggestions here in a few on how we can make this radio station better. If you want to comment on this post, you can get over to the K-Bear Facebook page and leave your comments. There's a lot of them on there. So we'll go through them. I'll address them. And we should have a pretty fun show ahead today. It's my lady's birthday today, so it should be a really fun day. Once I get out of here, I think we're going to go check out the Foreigner show at the Mountain America Center tonight, if I can find myself a decent deal on some tickets. So, gonna do a little bit of hunting for some tickets today. Hopefully the scalpers start to mellow out a little bit. It's looking a little bit steep for my taste. All right, it's the Viktor Wilt Show. Taking a look at your suggestions to make the radio station better. All right, let's see what you people have been saying. Let's see if I agree. John said, do a trading post hour every morning where people call in with stuff they want to sell. I don't know about that one, John. You want to sell your crap, you can do it on Facebook Marketplace. This is not a place to sell well, I guess if you want to advertise, sure. But how would that work out? All right, let me get your phone number, and then I'll give it to somebody else, and I'm not the middleman here. Sell your own crap. All right, let's see here. More random music to mess with the normies. Some old gangster rap, some Gutalax, maybe some Gaga. Heck, throw on a little Angine de Poitrine. I've been thinking about throwing them on, actually. They're really good. If you haven't seen them, they're that band that they got polka dot outfits. They look really, really weird and play crazy math rock. All instrumental, at least that I've heard. I'm sure the average person would be like, what in the heck is going on? KC says, play rock music. I'm pretty sure we do from time to time, play some rock music. So I'll work on that one, KC. Mark says, play more Godbone. All right, I like those guys. Good local band. I'll try to play more of them. Stuart's definitely right. We do need new shirts to give away. So, Jade, if you're listening, new shirts, okay? We do need new shirts. JD says no more sleep token. No, JD. Not happening. I'm going to play more. I'm going to play more sleep token. Because I can do what I want. Let's see here. Casey also says we should grow mustaches. I look like a real freak with just a mustache. All right? You don't want to see that. Eric says maybe a weekend personality. Peaches is on the weekends. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.? Or is it 3 to 8? I don't remember. He's on the weekend, though. Punk music. All right, we can play a little more punk music. Chelsea, I'm sure. All right, we got a caller. Let's see what they want. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
JD.
JD, I'm going to play more Sleep Token.
How dare you!
Sorry, your suggestion is a no.
I'm going to take my nomination of Viktor Wilt for city council.
Oh, what? Come on now. You can't take away your endorsement of me for city council.
Too much sleep token this night.
All right, I'll try to tone it down. Your phone's cutting out. Your phone's cutting out, JD.
So it should be. They get a little boring when you play it all the time.
Well, we don't play them that much.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, how about a little less and make it more random?
Make it more random. All right.
Rather than some kind of weird feature of the Viktor Wilt program.
All right. I'll try to randomize it and spread it out a little bit more.
I'm sure you will. All right. You should get Ravonda on there because it's Becca's birthday. Yeah,
I think she's working today, but maybe she'll call in. Hopefully she's sleeping. Hopefully she gets extra birthday rest.
Oh, I don't know. I sent her a message this morning. She might wake her up.
All right. Yeah, I messaged her too, but haven't heard back yet. So hopefully she's just crashed out good.
Yeah, she probably was up all night because you were snoring.
Probably.
Like a chainsaw.
I know. I definitely was.
Fix your CPAP.
I know. I got to figure out what's going on.
All right. Talk to me later.
All right. See you, JD.
Bye.
Peace. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my stupid CPAP machine. I swear I had it on right and everything, but my throat all screwed up. All right. What else do we got for suggestions from listeners on how to make the station better? Danny wants more Godsmack. Dean never wants us to play Rage Against the Machine again. I don't think I could do that, Dean. Sorry, dude. Josh says live performances on air. That'd be cool. I mean, we have bands in every now and again, but I know we need to get a little bit more involved with bringing local bands in and things like that. So. All right, we'll take another look at this here in a few. I am going to continue to try to soothe my throat with some delicious Gatorade. How does that sound? All right. Anyway, let's party. I've had enough of reading through your suggestions of what we need to do at the radio station for today. No, maybe we'll get back into them here in a bit. Realized the last break that I did about that, I did not record for the on-demand version of this show because I'm dumb. And yes, I was able to verify I did not have my CPAP mask on correctly. I did prevent Becca from sleeping the night before her birthday because I'm a big jerk like that. Chainsaw snoring away, and that's why my throat is a disaster this morning. So, way to go, me. Idiot. Oh, well. It's getting a little bit better. Getting a little bit better as the morning goes on. So hopefully I don't end up talking like for the rest of the show here. I was looking at a thread where someone asked what person surprised you with or the most with how they turned out after high school. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't really know what happened with most people from high school unless they're on my Facebook friends. And they're still around here. Like, can I think of anybody that really surprised me after high school? I don't know. I'm sure that somebody around here has done something interesting, but like these people in this thread were talking about, a quiet kid in class, stopped coming to school, then all of a sudden he's repping Team Canada in the Olympics. That'd be a surprise. Well, one guy says there was a guy who was convinced was going to end up in prison. Instead, he went to law school, passed the bar, and now owns a successful legal firm. Let's see here. Some of these, get kind of dark. Now I'm starting to think about, a lot of people from high school no longer with us. Jeez. Holy cow. The top student in my high school class ended up working retail. She's got a master's degree, but she decided she'd rather keep working at a department store than in her field of study. Yeah, you know what? You never know where you're going to end up. I certainly didn't think I would be going on, what is this going to be, my 18th, 19th year in radio? Holy cow. Pretty crazy. Well, I don't want to think about school. School's, that's for kids. I'm done with that. So let's move on from this thread. All right, so what do you do when your electric bike stops working? Well, if you're this guy, you rig your dog inside of the bicycle, and then you just have your dog power it by running. People are really mad about this online. And yeah, it doesn't look very nice to the dog looking at the photos here. Jeez. Yeah, looks like he's got the dog attached to the e-bike by a set of, like, I guess you'd call them reins, like you'd hook up to a horse. Okay, I didn't watch the video, but it says that the guy's whacking the dog with a stick to get it to go faster. Jeez. I have a feeling this guy's going to get hunted down online. People will figure out who he is. He's going to have a bad time. Yeah, don't do that to your dog. That's not cool. Speaking of not cool, spiders the size of a human hand are spreading throughout the U.S., and they're hideous-looking spiders. I've seen these before. They're like all yellow and black, and they're huge. And thankfully, the states that the Joro spider are showing up in are really far away from here. We're talking places like Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina. Oh, wait, they got California on the list. What's up with that? All these other states are on the complete opposite side of the country, but of course, California with the hand-sized spiders. Great. Well, let's see here. I'm going to close that out. I don't want to look at spiders right now. Utah's new study aims to kill as many mountain lions as possible. I guess they're just trying to see if that will boost the population of, like, mountain goats and things like that. I don't know. Nature kind of tends to handle itself, but yeah, big discussion going on regarding this in the conservation world. I guess they've been trying to boost multiple animal populations, like I said, mountain lion or mountain goats, as well as deer and elk. So just kill the giant cats. Come on, all they need is just some scritches. They're just big kitties. Come on. All right. And in Thurston County, Washington, a man was arrested for the 98th time. 98 times. At what point do you just lock somebody up and leave them there? Yeah. This guy has been convicted of just about everything. And this is the 98th time he's been arrested. This time for charges of DUI, eluding, and possession of narcotics. I'd say if that's your 98th arrest, you gotta lock him up for a while. All right? Some people just don't learn their lesson. And this guy, in order to be arrested 98 times, has to have been released 97. Look at him. I can math. All right, it's a little after 8. Hopefully this day goes by quick. And hopefully you're doing good. Sorry to stretch. Well talking, but I needed to stretch. What up, everybody? It's the Viktor Wilt Show. Hi, Peaches.
Sorry, I didn't mean to come in when you were on the air.
That's okay. What's going on, dude?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing, huh? Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
It's hump day. That's what it is.
Ugh. Wish it was Friday.
It's pretty warm outside, so it feels good.
Yeah, dude. Great weather this week. Good time to get out and about and do something. So, plan to not. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to your favorite place, Twin Falls, on Friday.
Oh, fun. Wow.
Going through Burley.
What did I see about Burley in the news the other day?
You know who was in Burley?
Beard meets food.
There, yeah.
That's why Burley popped up in my head. He actually went and ate in Twin.
I saw the video. I watched it last night.
I didn't watch it, but he
ate that food fast.
The beginning of the episode, he had his phone out and was showing that it was -5 degrees in Burley.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why do you have to stop there? Sorry, dude.
Well, he's from England. He doesn't know.
Oh, I know. Poor guy, though. He had to see Burley. I mean, that's not good for your brain. It is Wednesday. Oh, crap. I forgot to put the garbage out on the street. Oh, maybe I'll make it to my house in time. Yeah. It's inevitable. Forget about garbage day every once in a while. What's going on, Peaches?
I forgot to mention when I was just in here, I bought my first pair of concert tickets in like 5 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
To what?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. All right. I recently bought 9 Inch Nails tickets. They were very expensive. I would assume Bill Murray, not too bad.
$126
per ticket?
No, for both.
For 2. All right. Yeah, we're wanting to go to Foreigner tonight at the Mountain America Center, and
there's no original members left.
So
I could have pointed to 5 random old white guys and be like, "That's Foreigner," and you wouldn't know.
Well, it'll still be good, Peaches, even if it's
not Lou Gramm. It's not my Foreigner. That's cold blood right there.
But I'm just kind of waiting to see if the prices drop any. They're not looking so great right now. Scalpers need to start panicking a little bit and start selling them off.
There's people scalping Foreigner tickets?
Oh, yeah, they'll scalp everything.
Imagine being the guy who like scalping like Disney on Ice tickets or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Oh, yeah. No, that actually seems like it'd be
fairly lucrative.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what could.
Because Disney on Ice, they usually do like multiple shows per stop. So.
What's that like all-female AC/DC tribute band?
Hell's Bells?
Yeah. I'm scalping tickets to that show.
Dude, somebody probably is. If it's a show, scalpers are scalping. So, yeah. I'll figure it out eventually, but, yeah. Wish they were cheaper.
I saw the low ticket warning yesterday, and it just gave me anxiety. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll play it safe. I'll buy a pair of tickets right now.
There you go.
And then I got the email shortly after saying like, hey, we can get you a pair of tickets, but nobody else.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can get somebody else taken care of, you know? What you got to do sometimes. Be nice and take care of somebody else. So.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gave Becca her birthday present, her tickets to Sick New World. She was pretty excited about that. Vegas has gotten to be a little bit expensive, I gotta say. Used to be the cheapest place to vacation. I mean, I scored pretty good on the Airbnb, but I cannot believe what they are charging for rooms in Vegas. Like, you used to be able to get an awesome room for like $30 when I was younger. It was great.
Well, that's because
everything was cheap.
Vegas touring's going down, and they're kind of looking to the Sphere as the big answer for that area.
Yeah, Sphere tickets aren't cheap.
No, that's why they're going through the roof, because they're trying to save the economy over there.
Yeah.
Like bringing Metallica and...
Like, note to Vegas, maybe lower the prices so the average person can come back in town and have a good time. You know, if you're selling $10 bottles of water in the casino, that's a problem. It's a problem, you know?
No kidding.
You're supposed to make your money through gambling.
That
Las
and
Vegas.
Old people just gambling off their retirement plan. You see them all the time tapping those buttons.
Exactly. That's how Vegas is supposed to make money.
Good old Ethel. Just ruining her grandkids' inheritance. Just gambling it all away.
That's right. Yeah, if you've got relatives that are older and you think they might be leaving you something, don't allow them to go to Vegas on vacation. No trips to Fort Hall. No trips to Reno. Not allowed, Grandma. Stay home. I can't keep track of all of these different Western shows coming out from Taylor Sheridan. You know, the guy who made Yellowstone? Now, Yellowstone I've talked about plenty on this show. It's a good show. I did not watch the final season. You know, it was one of those shows that started off really strong and then it just kind of went downhill for me. Then they put out, 1888, 1899? I don't know. That was really good. And then there was some 1923. I didn't watch that. Now there's a million of them. You got The Marshal? Is that the name of it? Or Marshals? And then there's Dutton Ranch coming. And then there's this show called The Madison, which takes place north of here in Ennis, Montana. And supposedly, this show is dividing people because it's about a family who moves from New York to Ennis, Montana. And they portray, life in New York City is very hectic and chaotic, and there's people everywhere, and, how it is. And then Ennis, Montana is being all, kick back and country life and relaxing. How is that divisive? Go trudge through New York City, go trudge through Manhattan, and then go trudge through Ennis. All right? It's gonna be a different vibe. It just is. It's go trudge through downtown Idaho Falls and then take a trip to Aberdeen. All right? It's gonna be very different. So I don't know if I buy that there's actual discourse and conflict happening because of this, but I did find an article saying that the show The Madison is influencing New Yorkers to move to the Montana area. And I guess Montana, you think our housing prices have gotten out of control. I guess that state has experienced the highest percentage of growth for housing costs. Yeah. In Ennis, I guess the average house listing's $700,000. Jeez. Yeah. I think I'll stick around here. Again, our housing prices are dumb, but they ain't Ennis. Anyway. Just letting you know if you're thinking of moving to Montana. Yeah, New Yorkers, those dirty New Yorkers driving up the prices. So you stop blaming the Californians. Let's yell at New York a little bit. What is up, my people? Viktor Wilt hanging out with you a little before 9 o'clock. Hope the day's going good. Hope it's going by quickly. All right. I was talking with my friend Josh about this story last night. You might have read about it online. This inspirational sports figure named Dayton Weber. He's a professional cornhole player. Also a multiple amputee. I guess when he was a kid, he had some type of an infection. And so he lost his hands and feet. But he'd gone on to compete in youth wrestling and football. And then, became a champion cornhole player. Well, apparently, he's been arrested after he was accused of fatally shooting a passenger and leaving the body in a neighbor's yard. And we got talking about this. We're like, okay, well, how did he do it? Because if you look at the pictures of him, he has prosthetic legs, but none of the pictures showed any kind of prosthetic hands. When he's playing cornhole, he, just holds the ball with or I guess a beanbag with his wrists and kind of throws it. But he doesn't appear to have any way to, pull a trigger. So I'm like, was this a special gun? Did he have, a special type of attachment that he put on and you could put a gun in it? Is he really good with the claw hands? I don't know. Just when somebody with no hands or feet manages to kill a passenger in their vehicle and then dump them in a neighbor's yard, I just get curious. I'm like, how did it work? But none of the news articles I found seem to go into the details on that. I guess it just goes to show, never underestimate anybody. Jeez. Well, I'm sure he's going to be away for a while, and we'll get more details on this. Because, yeah, the articles don't even really say what happened aside from an argument. And then he shot him due to the dispute. Well, anyway, if I get any updates on that one, I'll let you know. But, yeah, just never know who could take you out. Jeez. Just saw an article asking, green flag or red flag? Woman watches Tinder date turn Olive Garden breadsticks into sandwiches. Okay, well, green flag or red flag? What's going on here? What got changed? Somebody monkeying with my stuff? Okay, well, that was weird. Anyhow, this woman took a breadstick, she slices it in half, and fills it up with the all-you-can-eat salad. All right? That doesn't look like a very good sandwich. A lettuce sandwich? Yeah, I could understand maybe you ordered, I don't know, spaghetti and meatballs. Right? And you chop up the meatballs, and you make a meatball sub out of the breadsticks. But a salad sandwich, I think I'm going to go with that's a red flag. But to others, it might be like so ingenious. They're like, I'm in love now. Well, I guess it's one way to eat the unlimited breadsticks and salad, but just doesn't sound that appealing to me. You know, lettuce sandwich. But whatever, to each their own. Wait. Not quite yet. Push the wrong button. How's everybody doing? It's the Viktor Wilt Show. This guy was asking online if he's a jerk because he kicked his brother out of his house for flirting with his wife. Made her very uncomfortable. Doesn't say what he said or did, but yeah, you shouldn't do that. It's not cool. It's not cool. Like, you know, my wife is a bartender, so she has people flirting with her all the time. Doesn't usually bother me unless, like, you know, as a person that I know that they know she's my wife. It's like, what are you doing? Like, and they don't do it when I'm there, you know? It's like, settle down, dudes. Be respectful, all right? And by the way, dudes, if you are attracted to somebody's lady, you don't need to tell them about it, you know? You don't need to tell me about it. I don't want to hear it, okay? It's weird, but people are weird. So, yeah, I'd say got a family member being disrespectful, give them the boot, kick them out. They're just family. They'll come back around eventually. And they shouldn't be disrespectful. So, well. Anywho's, man, this show's going by quick. I ain't complaining. I want to get through this, stay fast. Now, ready for an enjoyable evening with my wife on her birthday. Just got to find a good deal on Foreigner tickets. Come on, scalpers, drop them prices. Maybe I'll go give it a look, see if they've changed any since I checked a couple hours ago. What's up, Peaches?
Oh, nothing.
Just telling me about offensive images you've been making in your spare time. Pretty funny, though. Pretty funny. That would be amazing to see pop up in the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group.
I wish I could share it there, but their admins hate us for some reason.
I don't know.
I've invited them into the studio before. They didn't respond.
Well, the other day, they deleted some of my comments.
Well, the local podcast that we're kind of like not really feuding with. They just keep going on and on about us.
They're obsessed.
They called you a pretty harsh name.
Did
for
they?
somebody who's a quote unquote ally?
Well,
and I can tell you this. He called you this name while wearing the brightest light blue suit jacket and fruity T-shirt I have ever seen.
Well, that's what's funny is I've seen him use some terms, even in the descriptions of their podcast, that, you know, if I was part of the, you know, that other community, I would be bothered by it. I think it goes to show a lot of people are fake allies, you know, and again, just I don't know why they keep going off on us. They're obsessed.
He's not even insulting me. He's insulting you.
I don't care.
Because he calls me Princess Peach, but that's, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't wear a suit jacket to do my show. Okay. Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
At least not yet.
Oh, somebody, I think it was Theodora in the comment section of my To Peach Their Own question yesterday, asking how can we improve this radio station. She said, do the show shirtless.
Well,
so
I'm going to take off my pants.
there you go. Turn the camera on. Stream on Facebook.
There we go. I'm going full naked on this program.
It's not when I'm in studio, please.
I was talking about that post earlier and encouraging people to, go ahead and post their comments there. Peach's question was, what can we do to make this radio station better?
Again, I copied 96.9 The Eagle. I want to give them credit. I thought it was hilarious they posted it, and all these people were just going along with the joke, like, hey, play more Nickelback, play Kid Rock, give away free coffee for a year. No, instead we got real criticism on our end.
Yeah. I like the guy who said, please get Viktor to say, I need more caffeine, I'm tired.
That's what you do every show.
So I took care of him today. I need more caffeine, I'm tired. Of course, you're going to get a few that go, less talking and more music.
There was one guy.
And that's what Spotify or YouTube's for.
But you know what's funny? The guy that commented that, his name's Chase.
Yeah.
He put in another post saying, because I posted about Hank Hill. Hank Hill was saying, Mother of God, it's all toilet sounds.
Uh-huh.
And I said, what song is this for you? And he said, most of what K-Bear plays, especially Poppy. So you're complaining about the talk and the music. Do you just hate listening to us all day long?
Some people do. I like John Lobato, Joey's brother, said we should wear sombreros. Hard to put the headphones on with a sombrero.
Oh, yeah. Good luck finding a sombrero big enough for me, too.
Yeah, exactly. Peaches look ridiculous with a peaches-sized sombrero.
Senor Durazno.
We've got some, band suggestions and things popping up on here. I don't know. Becky said the station plays quieter than other stations in her vehicle, so...
I'll get really close to the microphone and speak loudly into it. Is this better?
Might have to pass that on to Jade.
I did tag Jade in one of the comments when this one person said, hey, I leave Pocatello quite often, and the signal just kind of goes out.
Okay. Yeah, we need to make him aware of that. Let's see. That music that it sounds like the guy is stuffing the mic down his throat. Okay,
I played some Gutalax yesterday. I think that's what the guy was talking about.
Let's see. Here's somebody who said, I've never heard of your radio station.
Oh, this guy went on a tangent. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
And you call it Idaho's only rock station. I don't think that's true. I know of several other stations in Idaho that play rock music. People
are too literal.
Yeah. Clearly. We also run things that say Idaho's only radio station.
We do. We just added those not that long ago.
Yeah, because every radio station, for whatever reason, has to have a slogan. And I think it's dumb.
My favorite thing is that in the big markets, they go, home of LA's new alternative and The Woody Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but also Alt 98.7 changed from LA's new alternative to LA's alternative rock.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
How creative.
Maybe they were being labeled as sissy for playing Harry Styles. I mean, talk about song frequency. iHeartMedia is the worst when it comes to programming.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're terrible.
They kept playing Harry Styles as it was every day at 3 p.m. for the course of 4 months.
Yeah, and every once in a while we'll have somebody say we play the same song at the same time every day. And I know for sure we don't. And I can go back and check the song and be like, no, yesterday it played at this time. Sometimes they jump by an hour if they're in our heaviest rotation. They'll move by an hour each day. So it might seem like it, but we got our rotations in.
I try my best to also upload those lists of all those different songs and bands that we have just added into the library. Bands that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. But then there are people who comment things like, you guys need to play more like Converge. We have a bunch of their songs in the system. Yeah, Turnstile. We have a bunch of their songs in the system.
I know. Yeah, we play a lot of those bands. And especially bands like Converge on Jenk Show and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This guy that was going off about our slogan and not liking it, then also went political toward the end here. He doesn't like people with, colored hair and things like that.
Good thing we're bald.
That's right. What are you talking about? I ain't got blue hair.
The only person with colored hair that's a part of K-Bear is Jay Davis because he dyes his beard.
So I don't know what this guy's problem is, but then at the end he says, other than that, I could care less.
You could.
Could care less. Mm-hmm. How much less could you care, dude? Sorry, I just always like to point out when people misuse that phrase. It would be couldn't care less, not could. Well, that shows that you could care even less.
If he didn't care less, he wouldn't leave a comment that's like a paragraph long on our post.
I wonder what kind of responses he got. Oh, someone else pointed out, could or couldn't care less. And yes, green and purple hair people do indeed love K-Bear.
I'll put that as an imager right away.
That's right. And I don't care what color your hair is. If you're listening to K-Bear, we're all part of the K-Bear Rock Army.
If you look like the Lazy Town Girl, good for you.
That's right.
Look at Maddie for crying out loud down the hallway.
All right, Danny says it's supposed to be rock, not that other crap. So I don't know what the other crap is. What, metal? Not that other crap. I want just straightforward rock music.
What, you're telling me somebody says we need more rock and not metal, and the other person says we want metal, not rock? What are we supposed to do here?
Exactly. Play less of this, play more of that.
Play more polka?
And then, we poll the listeners, and overwhelmingly, it always goes a different direction. You guys got to settle down a bit. We're not going to stop playing Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm sorry. Peaches would be grateful.
I want to be the 90s era Thanos and just get rid of them all.
I know, you and Katie Lee, man. We got to get rid of the 90s. It's like, you're kids. All right? We play the stuff that the key demographics grew up listening.
I almost called into the Howard Stern show, the wrap-up show they have, because Gary was trying to say that the guitarist for Pearl Jam is one of the greatest of all time, and I was about to go on there and just cuss him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine, but I don't know if I'd put him in the list of the greatest of all time.
Same with, what's it called? How everyone thinks, like, John Bonham's one of the greatest drummers ever.
Yeah, it's like,
Talk about overrated. Led Zeppelin should have been on that list for me. I need to update my list.
Okay, I could agree with you on, I do think Led Zeppelin is an overrated band. How many times have they been sued for ripping off other songs? In a lot of those cases, they ended up having to pay out because they did rip off some of their big hits.
Also, for the bands I hate, I need to add Weezer to that list. Boy, do they suck.
Thank you again for tuning in to The Viktor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.